Hey guys, my name is Boke Joanne and I was asked by Elizabeth of Bees Crochet to show you how I did my bubble. So I did the written pattern and now I'm going to do the video pattern. She requested me to do the instructions. So just going to let you know it's going to be free on Ravelry, and I may share it. I think she's gonna share it on her website too. So I'm gonna give you a brief highlights on what I'm going to use. I'm going to use Caron Simply Soft, and this is white, this is Pagoda, and this is red. So these are the colors that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use 2 needles, and the first one is going to be that one, 3.75 millimeters or size F. I may use 2.75, and most likely I may use a 3.0. And usually I use the weaving needles, and this is how my weaving needles looks like. I like this particular one because it doesn't mess up my work. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to use all this. Alright, let's get started. So I'm going to name my colors in color A. So this is going to be my color A, that's going to be my color B, and this is going to be my color C. You can put it however order you want them, so long as you stick with the number, but that's how I'm going to do mine. Alright, so I already chained, so go ahead and chain 47 stitches. Once you do the chain of 47 stitches, make a ring, and once you make a ring, where you make the ring to, it's gonna be the 48 stitch. So just go ahead and make a ring, and you can slip stitch it. Alright, so I usually on here I don't want to chain one, because if I chain one, it's going to be a little bit higher and I don't like it that way. And leave about 5 inches of yarn. Usually I do with my work, but this one I may just need them laying out, because there is no need for me to weave them in, especially at the beginning, because they're going to be staying inside the bubble. So I may not weave these ones in, but I like to leave at least 5 inches. Alright, so with the color A, let me do this. I'm sorry, I'm going to use my stitch markers. I forgot to show you about my stitch markers, just in case you need them. For now I'm going to need the first one, just in case I need it. But if you need it, just mark on the 16th stitches, no, 15th stitch, 35th, and then the last one. So because we're going to use 3 colors, that's why. Alright, so go ahead and extend single crochet 15 with color A. So this is how you extend single crochet. Just go ahead on the outer loop, just go ahead, pull yarn over, pull one, and then pull over, pull one, and then pull the last 2. So you repeat the same, yarn over, pull one, then pull 2, yarn over, pull one, last 2. So you do this all the way until you have 15 stitches. Like that. And I like to use this stitch on most of my work, so if you learn this stitch, you will be able to do most of my work. So, and that's how I do it. And then count until you get to 15. or actually 16 stitches. I said 15, no, 16. Because they're going to be 48, so 48 you divide by the 3 colors, so that's how I get the number. So 16 stitches. So let me count: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 times 2 is 16. So on the last one you just do like that, and then you get the next color. You leave about 5 inches, and then you yarn over, you pull it through the 2 last loops. And for you to secure it right, don't just pull it over and leave it that way. So what I do, I usually make sure I do it this way to make sure it's tight and it's locked in well. Okay, so you go ahead, do that. So, and to make sure it's done right, you can do that. And leave it at the back. Okay, so don't leave it at the front. So alright, so that's 3. Then do until you get to 15 stitches. Alright, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So one more, that's 8. Let me see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I counted them in multiples of 2, so that's 16. So now get the last color. It's a very easy pattern, it's not that hard to learn it. So just drop the color and then pick up this other color, join it, and then make sure you secure it right. See, all right, so and then go ahead and proceed all the way to the end. I think on the pattern this is color A and the red is color B. I think so. So just finding out that. But the white still remains color C. And you don't have to do it green, red, and white. You can do your colors of your choice, so you don't have to. So that is it. Alright, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8. So that's 15. And the last one is here. It's 16. So the last stitch is you're gonna do it on the slip stitch. So you chain 47, and then you slip stitch the 48th one. Okay, so to make a ring. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Usually, like, since it's a bubble, I leave this hanging, but because I want to show you for my other patterns what I usually do. This thread, you see that one? When you secure this one, you make sure you secure it underneath the same color. Don't secure it with the white, because if you do that, it's gonna be showing. So how I usually secure my yarn, this is how I secure my tail. I do it that way, and then pull it up, and then do it all the way across. But if it's I'm doing a slip stitch on the next row, I don't do it that way. But if I'm not doing a slip stitch, I do it that way. So let me show you when I'm not doing a slip stitch, and then the next one I'm gonna show you when I'm doing a slip stitch. So if I'm not doing a slip stitch, that's how I secure my tails. And then I just do that, yeah, and you can make this kind random in a random areas. You don't have to do them in every other stitch. So that's how you do it, all the way until the whole thread is well secured and hidden. But on a bubble, you don't need to do it, but I'm showing it to you in case you want to do some of other my projects using my patterns. That's how I secure my thread, or that's how I carry over my tails. I do them as I go. And then the last one, I make sure I do it to the wrong side. Yeah, you make sure you do it to the wrong side. Don't leave it to the right side, like the last one. The little last tail, make sure you pull it to the wrong side. So do it to the wrong side. All right. And then the reason why I do that, it's tightly secured. Even if it comes off right here, you cut it or it's cut, the rest of it is still underneath it, so it's not going to be ripping off your work. So just make sure you go ahead and do that one right there. Actually, no. Okay, let me do the first one, then I'll show you what I do the next one. It's a little bit hard, but okay, right here, don't change the color, continue with this color. So on my pattern, when you say continue with the same color, that's what I mean. You don't change the color, you just continue with this color. All right, and all right, so this is how you do to give the knitted look. You just go ahead and crochet in between the V area like that. This row may be a little bit hard because we secured some stitches on it, so but be patient, it's gonna be fine. So you do that all the way to the end. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Something like that. Like that. See how it looks? And the next row you do it in between these V areas right here. So that's how you get the stitch right. So Go ahead and do it all the way. My yarn is splitting. Actually on this one I'm using the 3.75 millimeters. So, and the other one I usually use it when my stitches are being too tight. So I will show you that I get to that stage. So you just pull this one, make sure it's on the wrong side, and then yarn over it, as in like that. So like that, and then get the last one right here. Alright, and then here on the last two, okay, make sure this one you just pull it to the back, and then go ahead, wind this on your hand, on your finger, your index finger, and then yarn over, like draw it through the two loops so you can have the red one on your hands. So when you do this, okay, let me show you another style of looping in, like of weaving in your ends. Okay, so that was the first style I showed you. So the second style, I usually do this style on the slip stitch. This is how I do it. This is the way I loop it another way. You do it that way, see, like that. Okay, let me do it again. You put your yarn in between the two loops, below the two loops, you yarn over the tail, you do that. Okay, with the tail loop, go ahead again, yarn over and pull underneath the two loops, and then you slip. It's like you're slipping stitching it. All right, and then you pull it through if you want to, and then you do the same thing. You do the same thing like that right there, and then you do that way, you pull it like that. Okay, you see how it hides again. So you do it until the whole thing is done. So that's how you do it. That's another way you can do it. All right, so but usually with the bubble, because all these yarns are gonna be inside, so I don't worry about securing them that much. So but I just wanted to show you how I do my weaving ends as I go. All right, so okay, so keep on doing with this color. On this area you change the color and do the same all the way around until the end. Then you can pick up the green color. Actually, you can still use this one for those who like to do the amigurumi. I think, yeah, that's the name, the amigurumi. You can still use this pattern, so you can go ahead and use it for the amigurumi if you want to. So you don't have to only do it for the bubbles, you can do it for anything. This is the stitch I usually use. This is my favorite stitch, this one and the slip stitch. Those are my two favorite stitches. So alright, so that's it. Alright, now once you get here, and make sure your yarn don't tangle, so you untangle them. Once you get here, you pick up the green one, the pagoda, and then yarn over and pull through the last two loops and use the green all the way until you meet the next yarn where you dropped it. So, and this one is going to be, let me see, this one we're going to do at least 36 stitches. That's where we're gonna pick up the next one. Alright, once you get to the end of row, here it is. Okay, there is one thing I need to point out. When I get to the end of row, right here, see. Usually, if you are not sure, make sure you put a stitch marker. But my end of row, it's right here. Okay, so right there. Okay, as you can see, okay, this is the end of the row, right? And this is the beginning of the row. So this is the last stitch. And this is the first stitch. So what you do here, you continue with the same color all the way until where you get the next color to pick up. So the next color is after the 36th stitch. So as you can see now, this one is gonna go over, and when you get here, you're gonna use the red one on top of this one. So you see it goes round and round, and that's how the pattern goes. So when you do this one, when you come back, I will show you. I will come back on the, I think the 16th round. Do up to 15, then come back, and I'll show you how to decrease. So as you can see, that's how it looks at the beginning. Okay, so come back, and then I'll show you how to do the next one. All right, so this is after 16th stitch, 15th stitch. This is how it looks like. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So this is the 16th stitches. So on the 16th you decrease. So when you decrease, first of all, you skip one, you extend crochet 4, you skip one. Let me start it at the beginning of the row. I had already done a few, so let me just go ahead and repeat until the beginning of the row. So here is my beginning of the row, right there. Okay, so what you do here, you skip this one, and then you do the next one like that, and then count for 1 2 3 4, and then skip that one and do the next 4. 1 2 3 4, and then skip one, and then do the next 4. 1 2 3 4. All right, now note here, as you can see here, you see this last one, we're supposed to skip this one, but when you go to the next one, we're going to use this color. So what you need to do on the last one, and if it's you're going to skip it, make sure you use the green color so you can have it for the next round, like the next block of color, you see. So now we skipped it, we're going to skip this one, so just use this green one to the next color. Okay, so and try to make sure you push it so close together. See that one, so it doesn't like poke out so much. All right, so now that's the first stitch, second, third, and fourth. So now we skip one, 2, 3, 4. Skip one, make sure it's a little bit close. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then skip one. Here you can use the green one, but change the color now. All right, so do this all the way to the end of the round, and then you come back. I'll show you what to do next. Yeah, as you can see on my last 4 I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I skipped, and there was one more here. Let me take it out so you can see. All right, see, in between until the next one, this is where my round started, you see, and this will be my last round. So I have to skip this one, but if I had only 3 left, then I will not do the skipping. If I had 4 left, I wouldn't do the skipping. Like if my fourth was, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 here, I wouldn't skip any. I just assume that, you know, there is nothing else to do here. But because I have more than 4, I can go ahead and skip and do it on the next one. So go ahead here and do that way. All right, and then on the next row, don't skip anything. Extend single crochet on every single stitch without skipping any. So do this all the way around and do the picking up of the corresponding colors. Like when you get to the red color, drop the white one and pick it up. So all the way around. So actually this one I should drop it right now and then pick up the other one, the red one. So whenever you drop the other one, you should be able to pick up the next one right there, right? So just pick up the next one and then continue with that one. So come back, we'll come back, do the next 2 rows like that, then you come back. I will show you how to decrease again. Okay, alright guys, I put a stitch marker over here, and this is the end of the row, end of round, and this is the beginning of round. So this is round 18. On this round we're going to decrease, and we're going to decrease, skip 1, decrease, skip 1, extend crochet 4. So here I'm going to go ahead and skip this one right there, skip that, and extend single crochet 4 and skip 1, do 4, and skip 1, extend single crochet 4, and do the repetition of that, then come back and I'll show you what to do next. All right, over here as you can see we have 2 more. I skipped here, then we're gonna do 2 more, until the beginning of the row. 2 more. 1, 2, oops, 2, and this is the end of row and this is the beginning. So here we're not going to skip anything, just extend single crochet all the way around with the matching colors, matching the, making sure like you stick to the same colors. Okay, like when you get here you use the red one, so all the way around, so don't skip any stitches here. So do that all the way. When you come back, I'll show you what to do next. Oops. Alright, so on the 19th round, what we're gonna do, we're going to slip stitch all around the row. So I'm going to cut color A and C. So you can cut whichever color you want, so however you like it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with this one. I'll keep this color right here, all right, the one that I ended up with on the last round, so I can only slip stitch with this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut about 15 inches. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut enough, just enough. You can measure it, but just cut big enough. So I just cut those ones and leave them intact. So with this one, with only this color, slip stitch all the way, don't skip any stitch. So just go ahead, slip stitch all the way around. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold into this one and I'm gonna hold them as I go up with it. So I'm not going to cut them. I'll show you what to do with them once I get to the top. So on this round, I will slip stitch and just to let you know, once you slip stitch, the stitches may be a little bit tight.